Now, let me tell you about the second piece of this architecture. The piece that is fully legal, fully documented, almost never discussed in plain language on any mainstream platform. In 2023, interest groups spent $4.2 billion lobbying in the United States federal government. This is not a typo, $4.2 billion in a single year. This is not hidden information. It is reported and tracked by Open Secrets, a nonprofit that has monitored money in American politics since 1990. To put that number in context, $4.2 billion is more than entire GDP of some countries. It is more than annual budget of many federal agencies. It is spent specifically to influence the laws and regulations that governs how the economy works. Housing policy, tax policy, healthcare policy, financial regulation, labor law. Who is spending it? In 2023, the health and the pharmaceutical sector spent over $739 million on federal lobbying, more than any other sector. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce, the largest business advocacy organization in the country, spent $69 million in 2023 alone. National Association of Realtors spent $52 million in 2023 and 82 million. National Association of Realtors spent $52 million in 2023 and 82 million in 2022, making it the single highest spending lobby group in America that year. Let me stop on that last one. The National Association of Realtors, because I think it illustrates exactly what lobbying actually does and why it matters to every conversation we have had on this show. The National Association of Realtors publicly says it supports housing affordability. Their website, their press releases, their congressional testimony, all of it uses the language of affordable housing, access for the first-time buyers, support the American dream of home ownership. And in 2022, they spent $82 million lobbying Congress, more than any other organization in America. What are they actually lobbying for? According to Open Secrets data, the top lobbying priority in 2022 was the Inflation Reduction Act. Specifically, they were working to remove tax provisions that would have generated revenue used for affordable housing investment. They successfully lobbied to strip several of those provisions out. The organization whose standard mission is affordable housing spent money of any lobbying group in America working to reduce the funding available for affordable housing. I want to be careful here. Lobbying is legal. The National Association of Realtors is a legal organization representing real estate professionals who have legitimate business interests. I'm not accusing anyone of a crime. I'm describing a structure in which the interests of real estate professionals who profit from higher home prices are represented in the halls of Congress by $82 million worth of professional advocacy. And the interests of the first-time buyer who needs lower prices are represented by whatever time a working person can spare after their job, their family, and their commute. That is not a conspiracy. That is a resource disparity and produces outcomes. I have a friend who works in construction. He builds the homes. He has building them for 15 years. He's skilled. He's experienced. He's the kind of worker that every housing market in North America claims to be desperately needed. And he cannot afford to buy one of the homes he builds. He told me once, I have thought about this sentence many times since, and he said, I put my hands on every piece of this house and I will never own one like it. He said it without bitterness, just as a statement of fact. If he had made a peace with an argument that he did not fully understand but had accepted as a permanent condition of his life, that arrangement was not inevitable. Inevitable. It was produced by decades of policy decisions shaped by $4.2 billion a year worth of professional influence from people whose interests are not his. In Canada, lobbying structure is smaller in scale, but the principle is the same. The Office of the Commissioner of Lobbying of Canada tracks registered federal lobbyists and their activities. The real estate and financial services industries are consistently among the most active. The mortgage and real estate and sector lobbied extensively against measures that would have introduced foreign buyer taxes or restricted investment property ownership in ways that might have reduced prices. The very policies most likely to help the first-time buyer are the ones most consistently opposed by the most well-funded lobbying operations. I want to say this clearly one more time. This is not left or right. This is not a partisan argument. Lobbying happens under every government. Both parties in the United States have accepted money from same industries. Both governing parties in Canada have faced the same lobbying pressures. The structure does not change with the party in power. It changes only when the people outside the structure understand it clearly enough to determine that it does.